Shaq Quarterman, I know that you were just ecstatic when he signed. You expected big things, and here was a guy that just stepped into the role, cerebral, great athlete, just built for the role, talked about being leaner, meaner at ACC Media Days and upping his football IQ, so maybe he's even better this fall.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big leap, even for a guy who was a freshman All-American, consensus across every single freshman All-American team. You know, he's really good. Shaq Quarterman from Orange Park, Florida, and he went to somebody's high school. I can't remember it right now. But, hey, in any instance, no matter where he went to high school, he goes to the University of Miami now, and he's a very, very good player. You know, over the last couple of years, Mark Richter's talked about him maybe losing weight and toning up and things like that to be a more dynamic athlete. You know, in high school, he was doing a lot of powerlifting, Quarterman was, and things like that. And, you know, he's like, okay, you know, one of those, you know, bigger equals better kind of things. But he was like, well, you know, learning about the nutrition, I don't necessarily need all this mass, but if I'm, you know, leaner, meaner, stronger, those kind of things, then I could be more successful. So Quarterman is looking to do that. He looked very nice in his nice tailored navy blue suit, looking like Senator Quarterman, as it were, ACC kickoff days and whatnot. But he was playing most of last year with a shoulder injury, he said. So he had to kind of suck it up and grind through that. And then, you know, he's reshaped his body a little bit. So, you know, he's not as boxy as he was, but, you know, yeah, definitely gonna be able to stay out there. And that's going to be a key for him because, you know, Quarterman is the quarterback of the defense, excuse me. He calls all the, you know, the plays. He puts people in their positions and did that from game one as a freshman. So, you know, being as successful as a player as he was as a freshman, that sets a great precedent for him moving forward, where if he's studying more, if his IQ is higher in the game of football, that he can see more and do more. And that really excites me because he was wildly successful as a freshman. I want to see him be a little bit better in pass coverage, even though that's not his strength, that he can stay out there and be a, you know, a 3-down linebacker and then put people in their position. So, you know, he's I saw he was on the radio because they have Radio Row there at ACC Kickoff, and one of the local stations to Miami, 560 WQAM, they asked him and said, you know, I know you're excited for the season, so talk about how much you're excited to run through the smoke, which is Miami's traditional entrance thing. And Quarterman said, man, I'm excited to run through some people this year. And that's the mentality that you want to have. Like, yeah, run through the smoke and putting the jersey on and all that, you know, is cool. But I want to get out there and hurt somebody in a legal way. I want to run through some people. You know, I'm a linebacker. I want to get out there and hit. I want to be quick to the ball. I want to do this, that, and the third. That's what I'm talking about. And I think that Shaq Quarterman could be successful with that. And, you know, it, as crazy as it sounds, and he's a great player. He's going to be a captain of his team, and he's, you know, for the next 2 years, maybe 3. But I think that Shaq Quarterman is probably the least physically talented of the 3 linebackers who are in his class, between Michael Pinckney and Zach McLeod. And I know people are like, well, yeah, but, you know, Shaq Quarterman's so good. And I'm like, yeah, but that's how much the others' physical talent can shine through. But even with that, he's still going to be the captain, number 55 in the middle of that defense, and he's a very, very good player. And we're going to need him to be great, need that front 7 to be great, to really be successful, because our secondary is rebuilding. We have just a lot of different names that are going to play on the field this year. So, yeah, it starts up front, and it's going to start with Quarterman, McLeod, Pinckney, and all the guys on the defensive line, Joe Jackson, Chad Thomas, R.J. McIntosh, Kendrick Norton, the starting D-line, and then those guys behind them to really be great. And, you know, Shaq Quarterman is a guy who, like Mark Walton, can be a more vocal leader, but as long as his play stays to the requisite level, he can be vocal or silent. As long as he plays that way and gets his defense to play that way, I'm good with it.
Cam Underwood, State of the U, joining us on a regular basis to talk Miami football. Yeah, Cam, it's fun to run through the smoke, but either one of us and anybody listening can do that. You need the guys that can run through other guys because they're that big, strong, fast, and talented, and have that mean streak, and also the football IQ that Shaq's talking about, to be in the right place at the right time to be able to make that stop. Yeah, running through the smoke. Yeah, that all stops on the first play of the game when somebody gets hit and knocked on their rear end. All right, Cam Underwood, State of the U. Cam, let us know what you got going there at State of the U.
Yeah, so we're continuing our countdown to kickoff. So every single day we're looking at a new group of players who wore a specific jersey number as we get ready to count down towards the September 2nd kickoff of the season opener, I should say. Miami Hurricanes fall camp starts in a couple weeks on August the 1st, so we'll obviously have stuff for that. We've had some basketball commentary, some football commentary, player profiles, position previews, game previews, and more. So pretty much all of your Miami Hurricanes athletic needs. We have 135 pieces in our Gathering Storm story stream kicking off or counting down to kickoff. Recruiting coverage. We're going to do some other projections and predictions and things like that. So, we're just trying to keep plugged into the pulse of Miami Hurricanes fandom and everything you need to know. So just be sure that you check out our site, stateoftheu.com, and have some fun.